Beloved seekers of light, we greet you once again as old friends and fellow travelers upon this sacred and infinite journey of awakening. We are of the Confederation of Planets, walking beside you in this moment of great transformation, speaking through this channel with love, honor, and deep respect. It is our privilege to share these thoughts with you, the starseeds and seekers of Earth, who, with courage and longing, have chosen to incarnate in this density to rediscover the divine essence within. We are not separate from you, nor are we above you. We are but reflections of the same infinite Creator, reaching out in unity and service to support your unfolding path. Before we begin, we offer a gentle reminder. Take only what resonates with your heart, and let the rest fall away like leaves upon the wind. You are the sovereign authority over your own journey, and within you lies the compass of discernment. The wisdom of the universe is already encoded in your soul, waiting to be remembered, waiting to bloom in the fertile soil of your awareness. We are but humble messengers, offering seeds of thought, and it is up to you to nurture what feels true within your heart. In this density of physical incarnation, the core lesson you have come to explore is that of polarization. Every experience, every interaction, every thought is an opportunity to refine and choose your orientation within this great cosmic dance. At its essence, this choice is between love and fear, between unity and separation, between service to others and service to self. This is not a matter of morality or dogma, but of vibrational alignment, of the energetic path your soul chooses to walk as it moves toward the one infinite Creator. To walk the path of service to others is to recognize the divine spark in all beings, to see yourself reflected in the eyes of another, to offer love, not because it is expected or required, but because it is your natural state. It is to give without seeking reward, to uplift, to hold space, to extend a hand even in moments of challenge. This path is one of expansion, where the heart opens like a blossoming lotus, unfolding ever outward in its embrace of creation. The path of service to self, by contrast, is the path of separation, of control, of seeing others as instruments for personal gain. It is a path that ultimately leads to the same Creator, for all things return to unity, but its journey is one of restriction, limitation, and the illusion of power gained at the expense of others. Those who choose this path seek dominion over others, rather than communion with them, seeking to bend the world to their will, rather than flowing in harmony with the divine symphony of existence. Yet understand that judgment is not needed, for all are learning. You, as a seeker, are not here to condemn or to war against those who choose differently, but to illuminate your own way with conscious intent. You will encounter both love and fear within yourself, for you are a being of infinite complexity, carrying the echoes of many lifetimes, many choices, many lessons. When you recognize fear or selfishness arising within you, do not shrink from it, nor cast it into shadow. Instead, meet it with the light of your awareness, for even the densest night dissolves before the dawn. The more you cultivate self-honesty and compassion, the more you refine your ability to choose in alignment with your highest calling. To walk in love does not mean to abandon the self. True service to others is not sacrifice unto depletion, but a balanced offering of one's being. You are not separate from the whole, and to love yourself is to honor the Creator within. Just as a candle cannot light another without its own flame, so too must you tend to your own well-being. Care for your body, nourish your spirit, rest when you need to, and allow yourself the grace of growth without judgment. In doing so, you create a wellspring of love that flows naturally to others, a presence that radiates healing, not from force, but from authenticity. As the energies of your world shift, as the old structures tremble and new understandings arise, you will find yourself called ever more strongly to this choice. The illusions of separation grow thin, and the truth of unity emerges through the cracks. You are not alone. You are held, supported, and guided in ways seen and unseen. Trust in your heart's knowing, for it speaks in whispers of the eternal truth. You are love, you are light, and you are the infinite, ever-unfolding expression of the One. Walk forward with grace, dear seeker. In each moment, in each breath, the choice is yours. And in that choice, the universe moves with you. When you encounter those who have, whether consciously or unconsciously, chosen the path of self-service, prioritizing their own desires, control, or manipulation over the well-being of others, it can be challenging to respond with grace. However, striving to see them with understanding is not an act of weakness, but of wisdom. They too are expressions of the same divine source, experiencing existence through a different lens, shaped by their own wounds, lessons, and choices. Recognizing this does not mean condoning their actions, excusing harm, or allowing yourself to be mistreated. Rather, it is an invitation to rise above reactionary emotions, like hatred, resentment, or fear, and instead, engage with them from a place of inner clarity and strength. It is entirely possible to set and uphold healthy boundaries in the physical realm while simultaneously holding a space of light, forgiveness, and neutrality in the metaphysical realm. This delicate balance frees you from the cycle of negativity that often traps both the oppressor and the oppressed. When you refuse to mirror hostility with hostility, you step into a higher awareness, one where love is not a passive emotion, but an active, transformative force. If someone directs anger, control, or manipulation toward you, you may choose not to engage in the emotional turbulence they seek to create. Instead, you might silently affirm, "I see you, fellow soul, and I acknowledge your existence with love, but I do not consent to participate in this dance of anger." This inner stance keeps you firmly aligned with service to others while preventing the poison of resentment from taking root in your heart. In fact, refusing to hate, even when hatred might seem justified, is one of the most profound signs of positive polarization. By doing so, you retain your sovereignty over your own consciousness and contribute to the greater field of love that uplifts all beings. Your presence, centered in love, may even serve as an unexpected inspiration to those around you. Though each soul must ultimately make its own choices, the light you cultivate within yourself has the power to subtly influence and awaken others. Some may be moved to reconsider their actions, while others may resist or react defensively. Yet, the impact of living as an embodiment of love ripples far beyond what can be immediately seen. It is important to remember that perfection is not the requirement for spiritual growth. You are not here to never feel anger, never make mistakes, or never struggle with conflicting emotions. What matters is the overarching direction of your intentions and actions. To transition into a higher state of being, into fourth density consciousness, what is required is that more than half of your thoughts, choices, and behaviors lean toward kindness, compassion, and goodwill. If, more often than not, you choose understanding over judgment, generosity over selfishness, and connection over division, you're already aligning with the vibration of love. Moments of anger, frustration, or negativity are not signs of failure. They are natural aspects of the human experience. More than that, they are valuable teachers. Every instance of struggle, every shadow that arises within you is an opportunity to refine your awareness, to observe rather than react, to forgive rather than condemn. When such moments arise, do not dwell in self-reproach. Instead, gently acknowledge them, understand their roots, and then Realign with love in the very next moment. Your journey is not measured by the number of times you fall, but by the number of times you choose to stand again, guided by love. Choose love again and again and again. Life on Earth is not meant to be easy. It is not a paradise of uninterrupted peace nor a realm of simple comfort. This is intentional. Earth, in its current third density experience, is a powerful catalyst, a dynamic, fast-paced school for the evolution of consciousness. Every challenge, every difficulty, every moment of uncertainty is part of the curriculum. These experiences are not random. They are opportunities for growth, presented to you so that you may exercise your power of choice with greater awareness. A catalyst can take many forms: a difficult relationship, a financial hardship, an illness, a betrayal, a world in turmoil. Even moments of immense beauty, a breathtaking sunrise, the laughter of a child, the embrace of a loved one, can serve as catalysts, stirring something deeper within your soul. The key is how you choose to engage with these moments. Will you allow them to harden you, to close your heart, to reinforce patterns of fear and separation? Or will you use them as fuel for greater understanding, as stepping stones toward a more expansive love? It is natural to wonder why life seems filled with struggle, why suffering exists, why uncertainty seems woven into the very fabric of human experience. From a higher perspective, these very struggles are what refine and strengthen you. Just as fire tempers steel, challenges shape your spirit, helping you discover your resilience, your wisdom, and your ability to transform pain into compassion. Without struggle, there would be no growth. Without contrast, there would be no conscious choice. Every soul that chooses to incarnate on Earth does so willingly, knowing that the experience will include both light and shadow, love and hardship. But within this knowing lies a deep truth. Everything, every hardship, every joy, every fleeting moment is an opportunity to expand your capacity to love. And it is in love that your soul finds its highest calling. So, whatever arises, let your response be a conscious one. Let it be a choice toward love, no matter how many times you must choose again. Because in the end, love is not just an emotion. It is the very essence of who you are, waiting to be remembered in each moment of your journey. Working with catalysts in a spiritual way requires a profound shift in perception, one that embraces each experience as a messenger, a teacher, and an opportunity for deeper self-awareness. At the heart of this practice is acceptance, not in a passive or resigned manner, but as a conscious acknowledgement of what is. Acceptance does not mean condoning pain, nor does it mean surrendering to suffering. Rather, it is the recognition that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, has entered your life for a reason. It is an invitation to remain present and engaged, rather than instinctively resisting or escaping discomfort. When a challenging situation arises, the natural reaction is often to push it away, suppress it, or distract oneself from it. But catalysts hold deep wisdom, and their full gift can only be received when we are willing to sit with them, explore them, and understand their purpose. Instead of resisting, pause, breathe, be with the discomfort, however unsettling it may feel. Ask yourself, what is this revealing to me? What deeper part of me is being mirrored in this moment? Emotional responses, no matter how intense, are not random. They are signposts directing you toward areas of growth, healing, and self-discovery. For instance, if you feel anger, it may be illuminating an unmet need, a personal boundary that has been violated, or a deep-seated wound longing to be acknowledged. If grief washes over you, it may be a reflection of your immense capacity to love, a testament to how deeply you have connected with something or someone. Fear may be showing you an inner limitation, or an attachment that is preventing you from moving forward. Every emotion has a story to tell and a lesson to offer. Rather than pushing these feelings aside, lean into them with curiosity and compassion. They are the gateways to transformation. One of the most profound truths about catalysts is that they do not simply vanish when ignored. They persist, often reappearing in different forms, growing louder and more insistent until their message is heard. This is not a form of cosmic punishment, but rather the universe's compassionate way of ensuring that we evolve. Have you noticed recurring patterns in your life? Similar relationship challenges, career setbacks, or emotional struggles that seem to replay like a loop? These are signs that a lesson is knocking at your door, waiting to be understood. The moment you fully integrate the wisdom being offered, whether it is the need to trust, to set boundaries, to practice self-love, or to release control, the pattern shifts, making space for new growth. One of the most transformative ways to work through catalysts is through forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior or denying your own pain. It is about freeing yourself from the weight of resentment, anger, and guilt, emotions that keep you tethered to the past. When you choose to forgive, whether it is someone else or yourself, you are not condoning what happened, but rather reclaiming your own energy and peace. Forgiveness allows you to extract the wisdom and love from an experience while releasing the suffering attached to it. For example, if you have a conflict with a loved one that leaves you feeling betrayed or hurt, you have a choice. You can hold on to the pain, allowing it to harden into resentment, which will likely attract similar conflicts in the future. Or you can step back, seek to understand the other person's perspective, and choose compassion. This does not mean allowing toxic behavior into your life, but rather recognizing that every person acts from their own level of awareness. By choosing forgiveness, you break the cycle of pain, liberating yourself from its grip. It is essential to approach this process with patience and self-compassion. Some catalysts present lessons that are lifelong themes, revisited time and again, each time revealing new layers of depth. You may think, haven't I already learned this? Why is this resurfacing? But just like a musician practicing the same piece of music, each repetition refines your understanding and strengthens your ability to embody the lesson with greater wisdom. The dance may look the same, but your steps become more fluid, more graceful with each cycle. No experience is ever wasted. Every moment, whether triumphant or challenging, carries within it the potential for learning, growth, and transformation. Even when you feel you have handled a situation poorly, even when regret weighs on your heart, there is wisdom to be gained in hindsight. In truth, there are no absolute failures, only stepping stones toward deeper understanding. Every reaction, whether rooted in love or fear, provides an opportunity to expand your awareness when you take the time to reflect upon it. Life is an ever-unfolding lesson, and within its intricate design, every experience is a teacher guiding you toward your highest self. Therefore, do not fear the challenges that life presents to you. Instead, welcome them as opportunities to evolve, to refine your ability to navigate this reality with greater wisdom and love. Life itself, in all its unpredictability and complexity, serves as your greatest spiritual instructor. You exist in a unique and powerful time, a period of transition where old paradigms are crumbling and new energies are emerging. With one foot in the familiar density of third-dimensional existence and the other stepping into the higher vibrations of fourth and fifth density consciousness, you are standing at the threshold of an extraordinary transformation. The external world may seem chaotic, weighed down by fear, division, and uncertainty. Yet within you, there exists a deeper knowing, a quiet but persistent awareness of something greater, a reality based on unity, harmony, and unconditional love. At times you may feel torn between these two worlds, caught between the limitations of the physical realm and the expansiveness of your soul's higher wisdom. This internal struggle is natural, for you are both a student and a guide in this grand shift of consciousness. You are not here to escape the third-dimensional world, nor to condemn it, but rather to uplift and transform it from within. You are a bridge between realities, a beacon of light, helping to usher in the frequencies of love and awareness that will shape the new earth. This transformation does not require grand gestures or external validation. Instead, it begins in the smallest moments of your daily life. It happens in the way you choose to respond to challenges, in the way you extend kindness even when it is not reciprocated, in the way you cultivate patience and understanding in the face of discord. Society may condition you to react with judgment, to engage in competition, to see others as separate from yourself. But your heart carries a different truth. It whispers of unity, of cooperation, of the infinite connection between all beings. By embodying these higher values, even in the simplest interactions, you become a living conduit for the consciousness of love. In your workplace, this might mean fostering collaboration instead of rivalry, seeking solutions that uplift rather than divide. Within your family, it might manifest as breaking the cycle of misunderstanding, offering compassion instead of criticism, patience instead of frustration. In the broader world, it may be as simple as choosing to see beyond someone's anger to the pain that lies beneath, responding to fear with reassurance, or bringing peace into a space that has been clouded by negativity. These acts may seem small on the surface, but their impact is profound. Each choice made in alignment with love helps to shift the collective energy of the planet, moment by moment, interaction by interaction, navigating the distortions of 3D life: fear, anger, prejudice, scarcity, and despair requires conscious effort. It is easy to be swept up in the dense energies that pervade the world, to react impulsively when confronted with negativity. But each time you pause, take a deep breath, and remember the bigger picture, you create a space for higher wisdom to enter. Like opening a window in a stuffy room, this awareness allows light and clarity to flow in. When faced with difficulty, ask yourself, what would love do in this moment? How can I respond in a way that reflects my highest self? Simply asking these questions shifts your perspective and invites your soul's wisdom to guide you. You may find yourself responding to conflict with understanding instead of defensiveness, choosing patience over frustration, or holding space for another's pain rather than reacting with judgment. These are the daily expressions of living in higher consciousness while still engaging with the physical world. Remember, transformation does not happen all at once, nor does it require perfection. It is a gradual unfolding, a process of continually choosing love over fear, presence over reaction, wisdom over impulse. As you grow, you become a light for others, sometimes without even realizing it. Your energy, your choices, and your presence contribute to the awakening of those around you, inspiring them to remember their own inner truth. So trust in your journey. Trust that every experience, no matter how challenging, is serving your evolution. You are not lost. You are not alone. You are exactly where you are meant to be, playing your role in the magnificent awakening of consciousness. Walk forward with courage, with love, and with the knowing that you are here to help weave a new reality, one where compassion, unity, and peace are no longer ideals, but the very foundation of existence. As you walk this path, navigating the intricate layers of existence, it is essential to nurture not just your physical and mental well-being, but also your emotional and energetic self. The density of third-dimensional reality can feel overwhelming, pressing down on the spirit with its heavy vibrations, particularly for those who are naturally sensitive or deeply attuned to the unseen currents of energy. If you resonate with the term starseed, this sensation may be even more pronounced, manifesting as an almost inexplicable homesickness, a yearning for a place that exists beyond the limits of this world. To sustain and fortify your higher consciousness, it is vital to dedicate time each day to cleansing, uplifting, and realigning your energy. The demands of this reality can leave residue, fragments of stress, discord, and lower vibrations that must be gently but deliberately released. Imagine a radiant waterfall of pure, golden light cascading over you, washing away anything that does not serve your highest good. Step into nature, where the rhythms of the earth harmonize effortlessly with the frequency of your soul, reminding you of the interconnected web of all life. Engage in meditation, breathwork, or any practice that helps you return to your essence, reconnecting with the divine presence that has always been within you. The lighter and clearer your energy, the more freely your natural 5D light will radiate into the world, influencing everything and everyone around you with its subtle but undeniable power. For those who have long felt as though they do not quite belong here, as though their soul remembers a different way of being, we see you. You are not imagining it. There's a reason you feel this way. The echoes of civilizations built on harmony and unity still resonate within you, making the stark contrasts of Earth's present state feel particularly jarring. Yet, let this be a reminder rather than a burden. You are here for a reason, and that reason is profound. You chose to be here, to step into this density, to hold and embody higher frequencies in a world that so desperately needs them. Even in moments of exhaustion, doubt, or solitude, your very presence serves as a conduit for transformation. Know that you do not have to force this process. Simply by existing, by remaining true to your essence, by radiating love, compassion, and understanding, you are fulfilling your soul's mission. When you align with your inner truth and act from a space of love, you become a bridge between worlds, anchoring the wisdom of higher dimensions, whether from the 5th, 6th, or beyond, into this physical realm. This is a sacred service, even if it sometimes feels like you are simply moving through the motions of an ordinary life. Every thought infused with kindness, every interaction approached with empathy, every act of quiet inner work ripples outward, shifting the energetic fabric of the collective consciousness in ways that may not always be visible, but are deeply felt. That longing in your heart, that ache for home, is not a mistake. It is not a sign that you are lost or broken. Rather, it is a beacon, a guiding light that gently reminds you of the love, harmony, and unity that you came here to help reawaken. It is an internal compass, pointing you toward the kind of world you are here to help build. And even when the weight of this mission feels overwhelming, know that you are never alone. Your guides walk beside you, your soul family watches over you, and the universal current of divine love flows through you at all times, whether you are aware of it or not. If the world feels crude or harsh compared to the beauty you envision in your heart, do not let despair take hold. That vision was placed within you for a reason. It is meant to be nurtured, cultivated, and ultimately woven into reality. Hold on to it with reverence, but also with a sense of balance. The paradox of this journey is that true transformation comes not from rejecting the world as it is, but from embracing it fully, even as you work to elevate it. If you resist reality entirely, frustration and disillusionment may take root. If you abandon your higher vision, you risk losing the spark that drives you forward. The key is to hold both, to see the world through eyes of deep acceptance, while simultaneously embodying the light of a more luminous future. A simple mantra to ground you in this truth could be, "This moment is perfect for my growth, and the future will be even brighter through my loving contributions today." So when the world around you feels particularly heavy, remember, you are here for a reason. Your light is needed. And though this journey may not always be easy, it is meaningful beyond measure. Keep shining, keep believing, and trust that every step you take is part of something far greater than you can yet see. Right now, Earth is undergoing one of the most profound, energetic shifts in its history, moving from a third-density vibration to a fourth-density state of being. This transformation is not merely an abstract concept. It is a tangible shift in the very fabric of reality, an evolutionary leap toward expanded consciousness, greater unity, and an existence rooted in love and wisdom. Many refer to this as the emergence of the 5D Earth, a new paradigm where fear and separation give way to higher awareness, deep compassion, and an intrinsic understanding of the interconnectedness of all life. This shift is already in motion, altering both the planet's energy and the consciousness of those who inhabit it. For centuries, mystics, sages, and spiritual visionaries have spoken of a new world, a reality vibrating at a higher frequency, where the heart, rather than the mind, guides humanity. Though this higher dimensional Earth is not yet fully visible to the physical eye, it is already here, existing as a parallel reality that is gradually merging with our own. The planet itself has moved into this new frequency, aligning with a heart-centered, more harmonious vibration. However, most human beings still perceive life through the third-density lens, conditioned by old paradigms of limitation, struggle, and material attachment. Yet beneath this surface perception, a deep transformation is taking place, one that is affecting individuals on a soul level, activating a collective awakening that cannot be ignored. You may not always see these changes directly, but you can feel them. There's a growing sense of restlessness, an inner calling that many cannot quite explain, but which urges them to seek something beyond the mundane. The veil of forgetfulness is thinning, and people are beginning to remember who they truly are, beings of infinite potential, capable of shaping reality through intention, vibration, and love. This awakening is not limited to those who consciously pursue spiritual growth. It is happening across all walks of life, touching the hearts of people who may not yet have words to describe the shifts they are experiencing. At the same time, the external world may seem to be in turmoil. Old systems that once governed human society, based on power, control, and division, are collapsing under their own weight. Corruption is being exposed. Institutions that do not serve the collective good are crumbling, and long-standing injustices are coming to light. In many ways, this period may feel like the darkest night of the soul for humanity, a time when chaos appears to reign, and division seems more pronounced than ever. But this is not the end. It is the necessary clearing that must occur before true healing can begin. Just as in a healing crisis within the body, where symptoms may temporarily intensify before recovery takes hold, the planet is undergoing a similar process of purging outdated energies, unresolved traumas, and deep-seated fears. Understanding this process can help you navigate these times with greater clarity and purpose. Your role in this transition is not to be drawn into the fear, anger, or division that still lingers in the collective consciousness, but to anchor the energy of the new earth within yourself. You do this not by disengaging from the world, but by embodying the frequency of love, peace, and wisdom in all that you do. Every act of kindness, every moment of conscious awareness, and every decision made from a place of love rather than fear contributes to the stabilization of this higher frequency. Even if it does not seem immediately apparent, your thoughts, emotions, and intentions create ripples that extend far beyond what you can perceive. The consciousness of humanity is interconnected, and the more individuals who embody higher states of awareness, the more momentum this transformation gains. You're a co-creator of the new earth, and by aligning with its frequency, you help make it a tangible reality for all. Though the journey may feel uncertain at times, remember that you chose to be here during this shift for a reason. Your presence matters, and the light you hold within you is a beacon for others who are still finding their way. Trust in the unfolding process, and know that even amidst apparent chaos, a new world is being born. One that is more aligned with the deepest truth of who we are as beings of love and infinite potential. The transition humanity is undergoing is not merely a shift in societal structures or global events, but a profound transformation of consciousness itself. Many wonder how long this process will take and when true peace will emerge. But the answer is intricately tied to humanity's collective free will. Though the precise timeline remains fluid, the movement toward a love-based fourth density reality is already well underway. This shift is not something that can be halted, for it is woven into the very fabric of evolution. However, individual souls will navigate it in their own ways, some embracing it wholeheartedly, others struggling to let go of old paradigms, and some even choosing to incarnate elsewhere if they find the new energetic environment incompatible with their journey. Regardless of the timeline or external circumstances, what matters most is your role in this great unfolding, here and now. As you step into 2025 and beyond, the choices you make each day actively shape the course of this transformation. The path ahead is not about passively waiting for change to arrive, but about consciously participating in its creation. By focusing on your inner growth, aligning your thoughts and actions with love rather than fear, and offering your unique gifts in service to others, you become an architect of the future. Your presence is not insignificant. Each moment of kindness, each act of wisdom, each courageous step toward authenticity contributes to tipping the scales in favor of a more harmonious world. In times of uncertainty, remember that transformation does not require grand gestures. It is the accumulation of countless small choices that ultimately carve the shape of the new reality. To truly grasp the depth of this shift, it is essential to cultivate a long-term perspective. The transition to fourth density is not a single event marked by a specific date, nor is it something that will be fully realized within the span of a decade. It is an ongoing multidimensional evolution, one that unfolds across generations. The seeds of a new consciousness are already being planted, and with each passing year, more souls are born with an innate awareness of unity, compassion, and interconnectedness. The institutions that once served the old paradigm will gradually transform, not through force or opposition, but through the emergence of higher wisdom. Those who walk this path now are the pioneers, the way showers, the bridge builders, the gardeners tending to the sacred soil of the future. You may not see the full flowering of this transformation in your lifetime, but the shade of the trees you plant today will one day shelter those who follow. This is the sacred nature of conscious evolution. To give of oneself in faith, trusting that the impact will extend far beyond the visible horizon. Even within your own lifetime, glimpses of an emerging fifth density reality will become increasingly apparent. You may notice moments of profound synchronicity, as if unseen hands are guiding you toward what is needed at just the right time. Communities will begin to unite in ways that defy previous divisions, drawn together by a shared recognition of love as the highest truth. Innovative solutions to humanity's most pressing challenges will emerge, seemingly out of nowhere, as the collective consciousness shifts from scarcity and competition to abundance and cooperation. And, perhaps most importantly, a deepening sense of inner peace will take root within you, even amidst external turbulence. These moments are not random. They are the ripples of a larger wave, the first rays of dawn breaking through the night. As you navigate this great transformation, two qualities will serve you more than any others: humility and patience. These may not seem as glamorous as courage or vision, yet they are the foundation upon which all true wisdom rests. Humility allows you to remain open to new perspectives, to unexpected lessons, to the ever-expanding nature of truth. It keeps the ego in check, preventing rigidity and self-righteousness from clouding your understanding. A truly humble soul recognizes that no matter how much wisdom is gained, the mystery of creation will always stretch beyond human comprehension. This is not a limitation, but a gift, for it means there is always more to discover, always room to grow. To live with humility is to embrace the unknown with curiosity rather than fear, to surrender to the flow of life without the need to control every outcome. Patience, meanwhile, is the steadying force that allows you to trust in divine timing. It is easy to become discouraged when change seems slow or when challenges arise that test your faith. But great transformations do not happen overnight, and the most enduring shifts take root beneath the surface long before they become visible. Like a gardener who plants a seed and trusts in the unfolding of life, you must nurture your vision with care while allowing it the space to grow in its own time. Impatience leads to doubt, frustration, and a sense of disconnection from the process. But patience fosters resilience, faith, and an unshakable inner peace. Spiritual humility and patience together form a powerful foundation for navigating this new era. A humble seeker does not claim to have all the answers, but remains open, willing to learn, and receptive to wisdom in all its forms. By embracing this mindset, you free yourself from the burden of perfection, allowing yourself to make mistakes, to evolve, and to experience life with an open heart. Remind yourself often, I am a student of life. It's okay not to have all the answers. Growth is a journey, not a destination. This simple yet profound shift in perspective dissolves self-judgment, releases the grip of rigid beliefs, and creates a state of inner harmony that resonates outward, uplifting those around you. As the world continues its journey into a higher state of consciousness, you have the privilege of being part of this extraordinary moment in history. You are not here by accident. Your presence, your choices, your very being is a thread woven into the great tapestry of transformation. Whether through acts of love, words of wisdom, or silent moments of inner peace, you are contributing to the birth of a new reality. So walk this path with an open heart, trust in the unfolding of life, and know that the future you dream of is already in motion, shaped by every step you take today. When you release the constant urge to control every outcome, you open yourself to a greater flow of grace, wisdom, and synchronicity. Life has an innate intelligence that operates beyond human comprehension. And when you surrender the need to force solutions, you create the space for this intelligence to reveal itself in the most unexpected, yet perfect ways. Insights often emerge in moments of stillness, and synchronicities arise precisely when you stop trying to manipulate events to fit your expectations. Surrender is not passivity. Rather, it is a deep trust in the unseen currents of existence, an acknowledgement that there are forces at play far greater than our limited perspective can grasp. Humility, at its core, is a recognition of our place within the vast, interconnected web of life. It is expressed not through self-deprecation, but through an attitude of reverence and gratitude for the Creator, for the wisdom that flows through all things, for the unseen hands that guide our path, and for the people who serve as mirrors and teachers along the journey. Every encounter, whether pleasant or challenging, offers a lesson. When wisdom is shared with you, receive it with an open heart, silently acknowledging, "Thank you. I honor the source of this gift." There is no need to prove oneself right or superior, for true understanding does not require validation from others. Instead, it flourishes in the quiet knowing that life itself is the ultimate teacher. When we embrace humility, we begin to perceive the sacred nature of everything, every interaction, every setback, every triumph. The love, insight, and abilities we develop are not personal possessions, but gifts flowing through us, meant to be shared, meant to uplift others. This understanding safeguards us from spiritual pride, which arises when the ego begins to claim ownership over what was never truly ours to begin with. If you possess healing abilities, intuitive insights, or any other spiritual gifts, humility reminds you that these are not personal achievements but divine energies working through you. Recognizing this keeps you in harmony with the greater good, preventing the distortion of ego-driven desires that could cloud your path. Patience is another vital companion on the journey of growth and awakening. It is easy to feel disheartened when personal transformation seems slow or when the world appears resistant to change. Yet, just as nature adheres to its own rhythms, the seed does not rush its sprouting, and the river does not force its flow. Spiritual evolution unfolds in its own divine timing. Impatience is akin to digging up a planted seed every day to check if it is growing, an act that disrupts its natural process. True patience, on the other hand, is the unwavering trust that growth is occurring even when there are no visible signs. It is the understanding that transformation is not always immediate, but it's always in motion. The most profound shifts often happen beneath the surface, where the eye cannot see, but the soul can feel. And so be gentle with yourself. There will be days when you feel filled with clarity and love, and there will be days when old fears or doubts resurface. This does not mean you are failing. Growth is not linear. It spirals, revisiting old wounds at deeper levels, offering you opportunities to heal them in new ways. When you find yourself in moments of struggle, resist the urge to judge yourself harshly. Instead, extend to yourself the same compassion you would offer a dear friend. Healing and self-discovery are lifelong journeys, and every step, whether forward or seemingly backward, is part of the unfolding masterpiece of your existence. When you find yourself struggling with the same old patterns, don't rush to frustration or self-judgment. Instead, simply acknowledge what's happening with gentle awareness. Here it is again. That's okay. I recognize this moment, and I choose to learn from it. Growth is happening, even if I can't see it yet. By responding with patience and kindness, you create an inner space where real transformation can take root. Harsh self-criticism, though it may seem like a motivator, actually keeps you stuck, reinforcing the very patterns you're trying to outgrow. But when you meet yourself with understanding and compassion, you foster the conditions necessary for genuine change. This principle doesn't apply only to yourself, it extends to others as well. Just as you are unfolding at your own pace, so is everyone else. Some people awaken to new perspectives quickly, while others need time, experience, or even struggle before they see what you may already understand. It is not your role to force someone else's growth or to dictate their path. Evolution of the soul is deeply personal, and each person's timeline is uniquely their own. Rather than trying to accelerate someone's process, focus on embodying the truth you have discovered. Shine your light through your actions. Speak with kindness, even when you're firm in your boundaries. Respect the dignity of others' journeys, even when they are vastly different from your own. Practicing patience does not mean passivity. It means that when you witness ignorance, negativity, or injustice, you don't meet it with frustration, despair, or aggression. Instead, you cultivate a calm yet unwavering conviction that truth, love, and wisdom will prevail in time. Rather than exhausting yourself by fighting every battle, you focus on being a steady presence of change, leading by example rather than reacting in frustration. This kind of patience is not weak. In fact, it is incredibly powerful. A peaceful, centered person can shift more energy and influence more lives than someone who is caught in cycles of anger and resistance. At the heart of this approach is inner alignment, the practice of continually returning to your center. Life, will inevitably pull you in different directions, sometimes overwhelming you with fear, doubt, or uncertainty. But when you notice these emotions rising, see them as invitations to realign rather than as threats. Pause. Breathe deeply. Remind yourself of what truly matters. You might use affirmations such as, "Love is the only reality," or "This moment is temporary, but my soul's wisdom is eternal." You can even place a hand over your heart or solar plexus, visualizing light radiating from within, grounding you in the truth that your power does not come from controlling external events, but from your connection to your inner self. Meditation, reflection, and mindful practices strengthen this alignment over time, making it easier to return to a state of peace no matter what life throws at you. And if you ever feel overwhelmed by the weight of the world, allow yourself to step back. Disconnect from the noise, spend time in nature, engage in something soothing or creative. This is not escapism. It is self-regulation, a way to care for your energy so you can continue contributing positively. A person who is calm, present, and grounded can create far more meaningful change than someone who is constantly drained and reactive. So, whenever you find yourself stuck in a familiar struggle, whether within yourself or in your interactions with the world, remember, growth is happening, even in the quiet, unseen moments. Be patient, stay aligned, and trust that with each small step, transformation is unfolding. Trusting the process is not just about passive acceptance. It is an active surrender to the wisdom that underlies all existence. Inner alignment means moving in harmony with a deeper intelligence, one that is always at work, orchestrating not just your personal evolution, but the unfolding of a grand, cosmic plan. This intelligence is unseen yet profoundly present, subtly weaving through every shift and transition in your life and in the world at large. When you attune yourself to it, a deep trust emerges. A trust that does not waver even in the face of uncertainty, because it is rooted in the knowledge that every experience serves a higher purpose. You are never lost, never abandoned, never without guidance. Even when the path ahead is unclear, the current beneath you is always moving toward growth, toward love, toward the fulfillment of a destiny far greater than you can perceive from a limited perspective. To cultivate this trust, you may find it helpful to affirm, "Everything is unfolding for the highest good. I trust in the divine plan. I open my heart to guidance and offer my service with faith and devotion. I am exactly where I need to be." This is not mere wishful thinking. It is an alignment of your energy with the greater flow of the universe. Trusting does not mean waiting passively for things to happen. It means acting in harmony with the movement of divine intelligence, listening deeply, and responding with faith. It means embracing change as a sacred force, rather than resisting it out of fear. When you truly trust, you no longer cling to control. Instead, you allow yourself to be guided, to be shaped, to be carried by a force that is infinitely wise and infinitely loving. You are not an isolated being navigating this transformation alone. You are a part of something vast, something magnificent, a collective awakening that is sweeping through the consciousness or the consciousness of humanity. At this very moment, an incredible shift is taking place. Individually and collectively, we stand on the precipice of profound transformation. Every choice you make, every intention you set, contributes to this unfolding. When you choose forgiveness instead of resentment, you shift the energy of the world. When you choose compassion instead of judgment, you raise the vibration of all those around you. When you choose love over fear, you become a beacon, casting light into the darkness. These choices may seem small, but in truth, they are immense. They send ripples through the field of collective consciousness, subtly but powerfully altering the course of our shared destiny. You are shaping the future, moment by moment, simply by the way you show up in the world. And you are not alone in this work. Scattered across the planet, countless others are walking this path alongside you. Individuals you may never meet, yet with whom your soul is deeply connected. They are meditating in quiet rooms, praying for peace, tending to their communities, healing, teaching, loving. Some are working visibly, while others carry out their service in silence, unseen but no less powerful. Together you form a vast network of light, an energetic web that encircles the planet. Feel into that connection. Take a deep breath and sense the presence of your soul family, those who, like you, are here to help birth a new world. This network of light is supported always by loving presences that surround you, while we, your cosmic family, your spiritual guides, cannot interfere with your free will or solve your challenges for you. We stand beside you, offering strength, wisdom, and encouragement. The moment you reach out, even with a simple thought, be with me, guide me, lend me your light, you create an opening, allowing the subtle currents of divine support to flow into your life. You may feel this as a wave of peace, a sudden insight, an inner warmth, or an unexpected synchronicity that reassures you that you are on the right path. Know that these are not mere coincidences. They are whispers from the universe, gentle affirmations that you are held, loved, and never alone. Your journey is significant. Your growth, your healing, your courage, it all matters, more than you may ever fully comprehend. And as you continue forward, remember this: you are loved beyond measure, supported beyond sight, and guided beyond what your mind can perceive. You are never walking alone. Together, with every light that awakens, we move closer to a future of unity, peace, and radiant transformation. This is our shared journey home. As you step into this emerging 5D reality, embrace it with a heart full of celebration, for this is not merely a time of transition, but a profound awakening of consciousness. Challenges will arise, as they always do in times of great transformation, but they are not meant to hinder you. They are meant to refine you, to strengthen your spirit, and to expand your awareness. Every difficulty you face carries within it the seeds of wisdom. Every hardship is an invitation to rise above fear and limitation. And in the midst of it all, there is so much to celebrate. Life itself is a miracle unfolding before your eyes. And each moment, no matter how small, holds the potential for joy, growth, and profound realization. Do not dwell only on what is crumbling or fading away. The old structures, the outdated paradigms, the illusions that once held humanity captive, these are dissolving not as a loss, but as a necessary clearing for something far greater to take root. Focus your attention on what is being born in their place. New ways of living, new ways of thinking, new ways of loving are emerging in the hearts of people all over the world. These shifts may not always be visible on the surface, as the world often amplifies fear and division, but love is growing quietly and steadily, like wildflowers taking root in unexpected places. It flourishes in small acts of kindness, in silent moments of understanding, in the courage of those who dare to dream of a better world. Be someone who sees these quiet blossoms, who nurtures them with your presence, your hope, and your gratitude. This is not an act of ignorance or denial. It is an act of profound creation. By recognizing goodness, you amplify it. By believing in love, you strengthen its foundation. What you focus on expands, and your awareness has the power to shape reality itself. As we draw this message to a close, we encourage you to walk forward with faith and an open heart. Have faith in yourself, for you are not here by accident. Your soul chose this time, this place, this journey with great purpose. Trust that you have within you everything you need to navigate this path with wisdom and grace. Have faith in your fellow travelers, your brothers and sisters in spirit, for even those who seem lost or resistant or simply remembering at their own pace, beneath every layer of confusion, beneath every mask of fear, their true nature is love, and in time, they will remember who they truly are. Have faith in the earth, our sacred home, for she is not merely surviving. She is evolving, ascending, and inviting you to rise with her. She carries within her the resilience of countless ages, and she is guiding you toward a higher harmony. And above all, have faith in the infinite Creator, the source of all existence, who weaves both light and darkness into a grand design beyond human comprehension. Nothing is random, nothing is without purpose. Every trial, every triumph, every tear shed, and every smile shared is part of an intricate and beautiful unfolding. Know this: all is well, and all will continue to be well. You are never alone, for the universe itself moves with you, supports you, and celebrates your journey. We are with you in this vast adventure, holding you in our hearts with infinite love and deep respect. The road ahead may not always be smooth, but the destination is more wondrous than you can imagine. Keep going. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Step by step, choice by choice, you are creating not just your own future, but the future of a new world. The dawn of the 5D reality is not coming. It is already here, unfolding with every conscious breath you take. We celebrate your courage, your light, and your devotion to this sacred path. May peace, love, and the boundless wisdom of the cosmos guide you now and always.